Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We have done the meristematic tissues. There are two types of meristematic tissues: apical tissue and lateral tissue. And we have done the permanent tissue. Two types of permanent tissue we have completed, and they are protective tissue. In protective tissue, have one type of tissue, and it is epidermal tissue or epidermis. It means it forms the first layer of a plant which provide support from injury. And the second one is supportive tissue. In supportive tissue, there are three types of supportive tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma tissues are found in soft part of the plant. In soft part of the plant, they have large vacuole and granules of starch in them. And the collenchyma work like a glue. It gives strength to the plant. And the third one is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is hard in nature, tough in nature, and composed of long narrow cells. We have seen all this type of tissues, and we have to look on conductive tissue. Conductive means to transport substances from one part to the another part, and these are complex tissue. The third type of tissue is conductive tissue, right? They are also known as complex tissue because they are having more than one type of cells. They are having different types of cell. Different kinds of cells to perform different function. They are known as complex tissue, conducting tissue, and vascular bundle. All are the same: conductive tissue, complex tissue, and one another name of this tissue is vascular bundle. These tissues are also known as vascular bundle. These tissues are complex in nature because they are having different kinds of cell. There are two types of conductive tissue. Two types of conductive tissue, and one is xylem and other is phloem. Xylem is responsible for transport of water and mineral which is absorbed from the soil. First we have a look on xylem. Xylem tissue consists of four types of cell. It has four types of cell. They perform their own work and different work. The cell of xylem are elongated, it means long in form. They are elongated, thick, having thick cell wall. The nature of xylem cell are elongated, they have thick cell wall and provide tubular passage. Tubular passage to transport water and minerals. They form upward movement. They are responsible for upward movement. These are the characteristics of xylem cells. They are elongated, having thick cell wall and provide tubular passage because these cells are attached end to end, and these cells are responsible for upward movement. They have only one directional movement, unidirectional movement, and that is upward movement. And there is older tissues. When they become older, the tissues become old, then they are permanent and they do not take part in transportation. Older tissues do not participate in transportation. Older tissues do not participate in transportation, they become wood. These older tissue become wood and they form a layer of wood around the stem. They form a layer of wood around a stem, and due to this every year they form a ring, they form a layer. Suppose this tissue become older, it means it become a layer of xylem layer. It becomes xylem layer. From these rings we can calculate the age of a particular plant. So it is this form in first year, then second year, third year. So we can calculate the age of a particular plant with this xylem rings. They become dead. They do not take part in transportation. Xylem cells are made up of four types of cell. These are the general character of xylem. General character of xylem is this, but it has four different kinds of cell, and these cells are in this way. These cells are in this way. First is tracheids. The first type of cell is tracheids. They are elongated, same as the general character of xylem cell. Elongated and having large cavity, have large cavity without any content, having large cavity without any content, without any contents in it. Cell are placed end to end. It means this is the cell, they are elongated. Here is one another placed on it, the another cell is placed on it. These are end to end. They are placed end to end and form a tubular structure. Form a tubular structure, and they are thick cell wall. they have thick cell wall, highly lignified. The character of this trachid is highly lignified. Lignin is a substance which is deposited on cell wall, and due to this deposition of lignin, the cells are highly lignified, and it provides mechanical support to the plant. It provides mechanical support. Provide mechanical support. This is all about the tracheates. Tracheates are elongated, having large cavity without any content, and the cell wall is highly lignified, and the function of tracheate is to provide mechanical support to the plant. And the next is xylem vessel. The second part of xylem cell is xylem vessels. Xylem vessels are long tube-like structure. They are long tube-like structure. Long tube-like structure. Then elongated and placed end to end, same as the xylem tracheates. Placed end to end. The cell, first cell is end here, then from this part the another cell is attached to it, and then next cell is attached to the second one. So the cells are attached one another, and they are forming a end to end cell. Cell wall is hard. Cell wall hard in nature. Cell wall is hard in nature and thick lignified, and have a thick layer of lignin. So highly lignified xylem vessels also having the deposition of lignin. Here is a one thing, the transfer section. Here is the end of this cell, and starting of this cell, it dissolve this cell. This transfer section of transfer cell wall is dissolved. This cell wall dissolve here and form a tubular structure. Transverse cell wall is dissolve and form a continuous passage for the water supply. This is all about the xylem vessel. The third part of this xylem tissue is xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma. The xylem parenchyma is a living cell, and the function of this cell is storage of food. Storage of food. It stored food for the plant in term of sugar and starch, and help in conduction of water and mineral. It help in conduction of water and mineral. This is all about the xylem parenchyma. One more cell and last is xylem fibers. They are dead cells. These cells are dead in nature. Of sclerenchymatous cell. They are also known as xylem scalerenchyma. Here is xylem parenchyma, soft part. Parenchyma found in soft part of xylem. But the another name of xylem fibers is xylem scalerenchyma, and these cells are dead in nature, having thick cell wall, narrow narrow with tapering end, with tapering end. In this way, it means the cells are in this form. They are narrow at the here. They are narrow at the end, and they attached one another, one another. So this type of cell having tapering end, narrow at the top and thickened at the base, they are dead in nature, having thick cell wall. These are the and hard in nature. The xylem fibers are hard in nature. So have a look on the xylem tissue. Xylem tissue are having elongated cell, thick cell wall, and there are four types of cell present in xylem tissue. First is tracheids, and the tracheids are elongated cells having large cavity without any content in it, placed end to end for forming a long tubes, highly lignified. These are the characteristics of tracheids. And second, the xylem vessels. Xylem vessels are tube-like structure, and it also have the deposition of lignin, having hard cell wall, thick cell wall, and transverse wall. The cell wall at present here, this is dissolved to conduct the water continuously. Xylem parenchyma are soft in nature. They are living cells, and the function of xylem parenchyma is storage of food. Xylem fibers are dead cells having thick cell wall, having with narrow with tapering end. This is all about the xylem tissue, which is responsible for the conduction of water and mineral from the soil. The another part of conductive tissue is phloem tissue. It is also made up of four type of cell. Provide passes for the downward movement of the food. Responsible for transporting of food. The phloem transport the food which is prepared by the green parts of the plant, or we can say the prepare food by the leaves. They are having upward and downward movement. They have bidirectional movement. Bidirectional, it means upward as well as downwards. They have both type of movement. They take the food to the roots and to the tip of the plant. So both type of movement can be seen in this tissue. Here is again it consists of four type of cell. It has four type of cell. First is sieve tube. Sieve tube, as the name given sieve, it means We have a sieve for the filtering of tea, for the filtering of flour and etc. And these sieves having pores, fine pores in it, in sieve-like structure. These sieve tubes are elongated cell, place end to end, same as the xylem vessels. Transverse cell wall plates are percolated. What are they? They are having in this way. The cells, these are the sieve tubes. They are sieve tubes. They are having sieve tubes and having fine pores in it, elongated and percolated, help in transport of food to the storage organ. They are transport food, elongated, then help in transport of food, help in transport of food. Then this next one is companion cells. Companion cell. The second part of phloem tissue is companion cell. As the name given companion. It means it give company to sieve tubes. It give company to sieve tubes. It means it help sieve tubes to performing its function. They are living cell and they are closely associated with sieve tubes and they help in closely sieve tube and help in functioning of sieve tube. They are just attached to the sieve tubes. These cells just attached to the sieve tubes and help in functioning of sieve tube. This is the companion cell. It gives company to sieve tube. The third one is phloem parenchyma. As this parenchyma cell is found in xylem also, the function of phloem parenchyma as same as the xylem parenchyma because it also responsible for the storage of food. It is concerned with storage of food and in term of starch, fat and other organisms. Starch, fat and other organic compound. This is all about the xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma is concerned with the storage of food in terms of starch, fat and other organic compound. The last one is phloem sclerenchyma or phloem fiber. The fourth part of xylem tissue is these are provided mechanical support to the plant. This phloem fiber provided mechanical support to the plant, and it is also known as phloem sclerenchyma provide the support. Here is a word xylem and phloem. Collective, they are known as conducting tissue. They are collectively known as conductive tissue, and the other name is vascular bundle and or complex tissue. There are different names of xylem and phloem collectively. They are known as conductive tissue. It is also known as vascular bundle, and the other name of these two tissues is complex tissue. They are complex because they are having different kinds of cells. Have a look at the progress shape. What are the two basic types of plant tissue? There are two types of tissue. First is meristematic tissue and other is permanent tissue. Give the technical term for the following. The category of plant tissue that have lost their ability to multiply. And these type of tissues are known as, yes, anyone can? These type of tissues are called permanent tissue.
Is the first.
Okay. Then the kind of plant cell with thin cell wall and usually a single large vacuole. And this type of tissue are present in parenchyma. These type of tissues are present in parenchyma. Elongated cell which are thickened at the corner are collenchyma. Answer 1 of progress state. Meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Then answer number 2. First is permanent tissue. The kind of plant cell with thin cell wall and usually a single large vacuole is known as parenchyma. Fourth one is elongated cell which are thickened at the corners. They are collenchyma. And the fourth one is the two types of tissues which provide the upward movement of water and dissolve material from the roots to other parts of the plant. And the answer is xylem and phloem. Third is true and false. phloem cells carry manufactured food from leaves to other parts of the plant. Yes, it is true. The second one is veins of leaves have both xylem and phloem. It is again true. And the third one is the older xylem tissue does not participate in plant. Yes, it is also true. And the fourth one is the sclerenchyma consists of actively dividing cells. False. These are the tissues present in plant. These are the tissues present in plants. Have a look at a summary. Summary of plant tissue. There are two types of plant tissue, meristematic and permanent tissue. Permanent tissue again divided into three parts. First is protective tissue, supportive tissue and conductive tissue. Protective tissue form a layer, upper layer of the skin of plant, first layer of plant, surface of the roots, stems and leaves. There are three types of supportive tissue and these are parenchyma, sclerenchyma and collenchyma. Parenchyma is present in soft part of the plant and collenchyma react as a glue and they become thickened. They have thickened cell wall and provide mechanical support to the plant. And the last one is sclerenchyma. Again, it has thickened cell wall and due to this, it become hard. Last, conductive tissue, also known as complex tissue, and they are of two types, xylems and phloem. Xylem having four types of cell, xylem tracteates, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers or xylem sclerenchyma. Again, the phloem and xylem is responsible for the absorbing and conducting the water upward to the other parts of the plant, and it is having only unidirection upward movement only. And the second part of conductive tissue is phloem, and this is also having four types of cell. Sieve tube having cells, having pores on it, then companion cells, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma is responsible for storage of food and sclerenchyma provides support to the tissue. These are the different kinds of tissue present in plants. The next topic is animal tissue. The main kind, the tissue present in animals are known as animal tissue.
Ma'am, please give answers of page number 11.
Animal tissue. The tissues present in animals are known as animal tissue. The main kinds of animal tissues are,
Ma'am,
there are
please give answers of 11
there are
page number.
four types of animal tissues. Epithelial, tissue, then connective tissue, muscular tissue, and last is nervous tissue. The first layer of whole body, the first layer of cell is generally made up of epithelial tissue, and again it is divided into four types of tissue. The connective tissue which connect the tissue to the other tissue. The function of this tissue is to connect other tissue or cell is known as connective tissue. Then the